Good morning, traders. All right, I just opened my charts and I'm going to quickly set up my page here. It's 8:49 in the morning, Eastern time. This is yesterday's high, yesterday's low, and yesterday's close on my 5-minute RTH chart. I'm now going to mark up my charts with the 60-minute zones. These are demand zones. And I'm going to remove them and put on my 15-minute demand zones. I like to color them in blue because it shows me when I have a strong confluence between the 60 and the 15-minute zones. And now I'm going to mark up the 15-minute chart with yesterday's high, low with the diamonds, and overnight Globix high, which happens to be yesterday's close, and Globix low right here on my 15-minute. That's it, I'm done. Okay, so it looks like the trend is down and trending according to my elite indicator. So what I like to see is a failure of these green bars reaching and exceeding the red bar here on my 15-minute zone. So in other words, you see how this long red bar engulfed like pretty much 3 candles, and if these little green bullish bars can't fade out this move by the bears, that indicates the trend is predominantly down. I'm going to put a trend line here. The trend line is drawn from a point where pivot point is broken. So this pivot point was broken here on this dot, and also here. So technically this is a lower high and a lower high. So I'm going to draw it up from here. Oops, not that one. I have shortcuts on my mouse and sometimes I forget which one it is. I think 7. Yeah, right here. That's my trend line going down. Yeah, this trend line going up is also a good one because it broke this pivot point going up. So I'm very curious to know how price action will interact with these trend lines at the open. And we'll be back. It looks like the trend line on my smaller time frame has been exceeded, but I really look at the trend lines on my 15-minute chart. And the bulls are gaining some momentum here. I wonder what will happen at 64.17 at the top of this red bar in my 15-minute chart. Will it be resistance or will it break resistance? Well, price seems to be bouncing from this area of confluence between the 60 and the 15-minute demand zones on my 15-minute chart. All right, so here it's about the top of the section. I'm curious to see what price will do. Oh, it just super exceeded that one. Wow. Wow. Something different may be happening. But now let's look at price and how it interacts with the 15 and 15 minutes. Okay, so market's about to open in about 2 minutes. And it looks like price is starting to retreat a little bit. I'm inclined to go short at this point. At this point here. Market hasn't opened yet in about 9 seconds. Looks like it wants to bounce off yesterday's low too. Sometimes the toughest part is waiting for your target to be reached because it feels like it's teasing you. It looks like price couldn't maintain closing and staying above 64.17, above this red candle's high. $9.05, so it's time for me to move my stop loss at break even +1 since it's $9.05 and my target has not been reached. But I think it will actually. And there it is. It did it at $9.05, which is nice. So now this is both a profitable trade and a free trade. I've moved my second target to 30 ticks. About 2 ticks above the area of confluence on my 15-minute chart. There's a lot of confluence in my 1-minute chart. It looks like on my 5-minute RTH chart, the price action has just pierced through that 5-minute demand, basically support zone. But it doesn't seem to close below 64 even, which is interesting. Price is not even moving. Oh, there it is. Sometimes when prices stay still like that for more than 30 seconds, I wonder if I'm still connected. That's why I went over to the screen to look to see if I was connected with Rhythmic. I suppose that's where the bulls and the bears are really battling it out. Right around this price right here, 64.05. But if it closes below 64 even, that's a good sign for the bears. Having patience with your runners is really disciplined. All I want to do is move my stop to break even plus 10 and be done. But I have to expand that muscle and be patient. What I'm looking forward to is price to test this 64 area and see what happens from this point. First 15 minutes of day of the open is upon us. In crude oil, that usually means a reversal. So I'm looking for price to maybe bounce up from here. That's been my experience. It's not a hard, fast rule. Or it could be continuation, which would be my benefit. But I am looking to see what price does with 64 even. Mhm. There seems to be a lot of chop going on. Choppy area in the 1 minute and the 6 range. It really needs to test that 6400 if it's going to do anything to the downside. And here we go. Let's see what happens. I really want to trade the Russell, so I'm going to move my stop to break even plus 10 at this point, because unfortunately I don't have another computer. And as a result of that, I can't trade both accounts with OneUp and with TopStep. So I have to log off TopStep and then log on again with OneUp. And I've got 9 minutes before the open at the Russell starts. So I'm going to go. Done. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. And we're going to set up the charts now. This is my 5-minute RTH on my on the E-mini Russell. Yesterday's open, close, and low, high. There is no 60-minute demand zone, or supply zone right now. So I'll wait for it to create itself in the next hour, if I trade that long. And wow, there are no 15-minute supply zones either. So this has been a strong bullish market. I'm going to keep my multiple time frame of 16, 15-minute front and center on my 1 minute, so I can see when that supply demands form. But as you can see on my 1 minute chart, price has been choppy since, well, basically since 9 o'clock. It hasn't been trending. So we'll see what happens at the open. I'm inclined to take a long position, obviously. Around here. It's a few seconds before the open. I'm looking for a trend line bounce. T1, move my stop to break even +2. And then again, I've met my target, and this is a free trade. Almost got me out, which would have been fine because I'm done for the day. Doesn't want to close above this area. Oh well. And I'm done, guys. Thank you for watching.